guys, how's it going? Today I'm back with bite-sized build number 2 for a windmill on Animal Crossing New Horizons. I obviously don't have to tell you how many items we are just craving for in this game, and to me windmills are definitely one of them. This one in particular is inspired by one of my close friends, Andrea, who had this magnificent build where she created a windmill by using a lighthouse and a wind turbine in front of it, inspired by this photo here, which is from Pocket Camp. Right behind resident services we have this little extra space, and I thought this would be the perfect setup for a lookout spot into the wind turbine. So I'm starting off just by creating this 4x6 block inspired by Isle of August. She has a deck right behind resident services, which is absolutely beautiful. So once I'm done with that, I go ahead and add a little roof that I actually designed specifically for this build. It's not perfect by any means because I'm not a code creator, but I thought this one was definitely a lot more fitting and kind of matched the tile of the roof from the resident services building in particular. So I'm just combining that right behind it, and I think it just looks pretty seamless because of it. But I also decided to go for this very neutral little picnic blanket since the colors just go really well with the wheat field behind it. And here I'm just adding a book because I thought this would be the perfect little reading spot, you know, just kind of like somebody snuck up there. Probably shouldn't be up there anyway. Used a ladder to read a book and look out into the distance, maybe sipping on some boba coffee. So I placed that right next to me, and then I'm also adding a little leaf pile so that it looks like some leaves have kind of gathered up there from the trees around it. And now we're up to the windmill. Here I'm just creating a cliff that will hold the windmill on top of it. I wasn't sure if I wanted to have the windmill on the first level or having it on the second level, but I decided to go for the second level because it does kind of make it look a lot more majestic in a way, you know? It adds presence to it. I make sure to round out all the edges so it looks nice and natural and, you know, just very soft at the same time. And there's really no rhyme or reason. You could really just go as big or small with this as you like. And then right here I take the dark dirt path and I start laying it down because I really wanted to have kind of like a nice foundation underneath the actual wind turbine itself. And in the photo from Pocket Camp, I noticed that it had some sort of like brick or stone at the base, so this pattern fit perfectly with that. So I'm just adding that around the edges of all of the dirt path, and I made sure to round out the edges as well so that it kind of like looks nice and enclosed. Putting down the lighthouse, I went for the white one and a wind turbine, and here I'm just kind of nonsensically placing a bunch of different colored tulips. I decided to go for the bright ones because I think they look absolutely beautiful in autumn, and so I have yellow ones, orange, pink, purple, white, yellow, and I think that they all just kind of like blend in really beautifully and add a nice pop of color at the same time. I wanted to add a little bit of height, so I've added some bushes around the flowers and right behind the actual windmill because it kind of like adds a little bit more to it, you know? Again, for some more height, I added some simple fencing. Made my way down to the bottom because I wanted to add a little bit of an extension, and I have a balloon here, so made sure to pop it. Of course, broke my slingshot as always, and I got this really cute toaster, perfect for my theme. But I'm just going ahead and adding this light dirt path because I thought it was a little bit softer to the eye, but I went ahead and tied it all in together with that little edge of brick all around it, and I think it's just very cute. Kind of gives it a whimsical feel. Adding a bush here, and then I'm also framing it a bit with some fencing. I also decided that it'd be really cute to alternate the simple fencing with some hedges just to kind of give it a little bit of a fun feeling, you know, not too repetitive. Added a garden wagon, a little watering can. I wish I had added a gnome to this, but definitely feel free to. I think it would be a really cute addition. And then I go ahead and frame everything with some tulips spilling off the cliff. Again, not really thinking too much about where I'm placing the flowers, but I think that it does kind of like help to not put the same flowers next to each other. And I also added these angled signposts to kind of like direct you into different directions because I am going to be adding more on the sides of it, but just adding a bike, for riding it. I love doing bikes on paths. It's one of my favorite little details to do. It just makes things feel more realistic. But I'm also adding a picnic here to the left of the wind turbine tulip field. And this one is just to kind of make it feel like someone stumbled upon this and decided to have a little romantic picnic. So I've added the cornucopia, some leaves, and a little dog here, just to kind of make it seem like you took your dog on a trip. Little tulip vase that you just picked off the field, and kettle, a mug, a very quaint little picnic. I had a lot of fun putting this one together. Over here, kind of just a random cone to add a little bit more details to it. And then I went ahead and sprinkled a bunch of little weeds here and there with the full intention of having them grow out nice and long, so it kind of gives it a little bit more of that natural autumnal feeling. And this is my wind turbine. I am so in love with the way this turned out, and I really hope that you guys like it too. If you do, please let me know in a comment down below, or just give this video a little like so that I know to continue making these bite-sized builds. I just feel so inspired by this build, and I feel like I continuously just learned so much about different ways of making my island a little bit more special and beautiful. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!